come have fun with us, and don't forget to subscribe.
What's up everybody, I'm Rick.
And I'm Anna.
And welcome to our review of Naruto Shippuden episode 389 and 390.
Welcome.
Anna?
Yes.
This is going to be a review of these two filler episodes. You know, usually we react, but when it's fillers, we review instead. And we've watched those two, on our own.
Yeah.
And we're going to be discussing these two episodes. And today's video should be a short video because it's only 2 episodes.
Yeah, but 2 pretty good episodes, I would say.
Yeah?
Yeah. First of all, I don't like that there are fillers at this point in the anime. I feel like, what is the point? But I have to say, these 2 episodes, I would say probably some of the best fillers that I've seen in this anime.
Okay.
Like, it would definitely be in the top ones,
Okay. Well, these 2 episode fillers focused on Hanabi, Hinata's little sister, as she goes throughout the years. First she's looking up to her sister, then kind of questioning it, then questioning destiny versus hard work and all of that, and seeing her point of view as she sees the different events that happened in the show, and Naruto's influence growing also throughout the anime. So yeah, you kind of alluded to it, but you're saying that you like those 2 episodes?
Yeah, I did, and I have to say I like them, especially because they fit so well with the story. Like, we even saw a lot of the scenes that we had already seen before is just from her point of view,
Yeah.
And there were also some extra moments and information and stuff like this, but I really like this idea of just showing the same event from the point of view of another character, because I feel like it always makes the story richer, right?
A character that really we
barely saw.
hadn't heard much about. She was always kind of in the background. There was, of course, numerous allusion to the fact that she's better than Hinata. Fighting wise. But other than that, never a deep dive like we just got here. So I think in that sense, it's interesting that we did get these 2 episodes. Interesting that this is the timing for that though, right? Yeah,
like, I guess we've seen Hinata take a stand again now, next to Naruto. But yeah, the timing is not great. Not great at all. Like, right before the big last fight is about to... Well, it's already started, but, everybody's about to join into that fight. Then
feels like this would have fitted more, after the pain events or something like that, or a bit before the war, because we see them at the end going to the war. So maybe around there, right?
Yeah, I would have said even, and I'm not saying that it would have been better for interrupting the, this arc of the war, but at that moment, like before we saw Hinata, delivering that speech, and maybe there, because it's more connected, I guess,
to her. So let's dive a little bit more into what happens inside of these 2 episodes. We got, of course, like I said earlier, a focus on Hanabi and her relationship with the Hyuga clan and her sister and Naruto. What do you think of the character? We were saying she's always in the background. Here in these 2 episodes, she's at the center. Was that enough to make you like her, be interested in her?
I like her as a character. Yeah, I think she's very interesting. I think that she really showcases how the way, like, brute power, right, strength, is valued in their society can mess up people, children especially, right? Because if you think about it, in the beginning she saw her big sister and was admiring her, like, oh, she's strong and she's gentle and she's kind and I want to be like her. But then as she gets older, the adults, in her family start, like, putting all of these ideas in her head of how, oh, your sister is actually weak and she's not good enough. She's a failure, exactly. And so then she starts questioning it, and then saying, like, oh, you have to be the strong one, you have to step up and protect this family. and then she takes on this really heavy burden. I mean, she's a kid, right? And it takes such a major event, right, when everybody acknowledges Hinata. Well, they acknowledge Naruto. And he manages to win that fight thanks to Hinata, to make her realize that she needs to make up her own mind about the people around her in general,
who told her that you have one destiny and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a lesson that Neji learned from Naruto early on, but I guess even though she saw the fight, she saw the conversations they had,
but
it didn't.
But she was more isolated from them, right? It's not like she was there, with them. She saw it from outside and still surrounded by her family, who were still telling her other stuff, right? So, yeah.
I think she's definitely an interesting character. Much more so now than ever before, of course, because we didn't have much to lean on beforehand. But just that, tug between how she remembered her sister, how nice she was to her. She idolized her even. And what the other people were saying, I think, is an interesting thing to think about. Even her opinion of Naruto was shaped by other people, much like all the other kids in the village, right? It's adults telling her, like, yeah, Naruto's trash, right?
In that sense, I think Hinata really stands out in, apart from everyone else in the village, because she didn't, she made up her mind about Naruto by herself.
On her own, yeah.
On her own, yeah.
But also because, admitting that he's trash and there's nothing he can do about it reflects on herself, right? Because people are telling her she's a failure also.
Yeah. I think there's one more interesting thing that I took out of these two episodes, and that is that really the only reason Hinata was able to, go and fight with everyone else and become a ninja was because her family had given up on her being the head of the family. Because if they hadn't, they would have kept her inside. They wouldn't have let her, go out and do regular missions and stuff like this.
Yeah, so there's that scene with Kurenai saying like, "Hey, she's gonna be a Genin. That's dangerous. Are you sure you want to let her go?" And she's like, "Yeah, she's a failure. Take her away."
Yeah, exactly. So that's interesting because that's also what allowed her to grow so much, right?
Yeah. But also her determination and her wish to never go back on her words,
to never give up.
Never give up. So it's interesting that this two fillers also shed a bit more light on Hinata as a character, even though the focus was the sister. But not only Hinata, but the Yuga clan in general, right? We got the grandfather, the father, a bit more on all of their point of view. Even when the dad, when the two sisters have a match to decide, who's going to be the heir, and the dad goes to Hinata and is like, make me proud. He was counting on her.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted her to be the winner, to be the one to take over for the family.
Yeah, which is not something that you really see in the other episodes, right? It seems like he was always, harsh and was deemed useless.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's after having, in his opinion, given her the chance to prove herself.
Right. And probably, in his opinion, so many chances to prove herself. Yeah. But also in that fight, there's that moment where she has an opening and she could have hit her sister, but she doesn't. Hinata, I mean.
Yeah.
And that's when she loses. And I feel like that's something that speaks more to her character than anything else, because she couldn't,
But that's what they were saying, right? Her nature, her very nature, makes her not fit for this because she's too gentle, right?
Right.
So is it really a question of, technical ability? She could have won that fight, but she was being too nice.
Right.
In this world, being nice apparently is not...
it's not valued.
Yeah. Wow. So,
yeah.
Good fillers?
Yes, good fillers.
You would recommend them?
Yes, I would.
Yes, me too. Even though they cut Like
Oh
you
yeah,
said,
they
like
cut in a bad moment, but
yeah,
at least they're short, you know. Like 2 episodes is not too bad.
in and out, and out, and we're gonna be back to canon episode reacting to them as of the next video. So if you want to see that, we invite you to
Subscribe to this channel. The button is down below.
Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for hitting the like button if you did, and
Have a nice day.